Welcome to another vlog. I'm here right now in Munich, and right behind me is the BMW Welt, which is like an exhibition of all the new cars which BMW offers. This is the BMW Museum. That is the BMW corporate headquarter office, and the factory is somewhere here. I'm going to take you on a tour of the BMW Museum, which has a lot of historical models right inside. So get ready, get some popcorn, because this is going to be a long video. Remember, I had done a similar video with the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, which was almost 2 years back. Got very good views as well. So right in front there is the i4, which is standing, which is of not much relevance now because obviously you can see it in a new car showroom as well. This is the BMW 501. So basically BMW has been in existence since a long time. They started off by making aircraft engines, and this is one of those engines. You can see 9 cylinders here. It is known as the 132. In fact, this engine was strapped onto an airplane which took around 24 hours to go from Germany to New York. Quite impressive. But you know what? This is one of the first few motorcycles known as the Helios. The new designer which came ahead was like, there are a lot of problems with this bike, because you can see where the engine is placed right in front of the mudguard, resulting in problems of cooling, of course, and that's why it used to heat and stuff like that. Plus it had a proper chain drive, which in those times with the road conditions did not work very well. So obviously he suggested to make changes to this, and he said just throw it away, this is of no use. Anyways, the 501 looks very impressive, because this was one of the first few cars, or actually this is the first car to come out from the BMW Munich plant. Okay, and the problem was it was just too expensive. After the war, people did not have any money. Has a lot of luxurious bits. You can see the interior looks quite nice, but the rear bench is even more impressive. There's a big ashtray in the center. You're not being able to see it from this side, of course. Coming to the rear of the car, again very similar to what we have seen in those times, the design, because that was the design which everybody used to do. So I'm just going to show you the ashtray there. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, that is the ashtray. So a lot of diagrams here and there to explain stuff. They have this store thingy wherein you can go and buy BMW related merch. A lot of stuff available right here. Obviously you can see posters, lot of books of BMWs, and crazy stuff like scale models and whatnot. There you can see crazy amount of books as well. And there's a cafe here. Again, you've got some scale models positioned right there. So when you enter, you have to go here to buy your ticket, and there it actually shows you a scale model of the whole BMW facility. So we are somewhere here. Yeah, that's the museum area. That is the, of course, this is the amazing looking BMW building which has like 4 cylinders replicated to it. When they were making it now, they made the lower cylinders, rather the lower floors, and then they pulled those floors up. So that's how it was done, and yeah, from the top you can actually see something like that. So what you're going to do is we are going to enter. Yeah, I was saying now, so first they made the lower floors, they pulled this upwards, and it took them 4 weeks to make 1 floor actually. So anyways, let's get inside, which means that I have to get my ticket out, which is right here in my pocket. Just going to scan it, and yeah, there we go. So the thing is that they have not really organized this museum how I expected them to, like they had done with the Mercedes Museum, where things were in order. Here everything is hodgepodge. It's not like a continuous linear movement of stuff. So you go through one section and then you realize this is of another time, age and all that stuff. They just done some modeling right here. Now BMW is celebrating 100 years at Munich, but they call themselves a 100-year company, because even before that they were making engines and stuff. But the problem was that they merged with another company which happened around 1920, something of that sort. This is an aircraft engine. Okay, you can see the cylinders, you can see this propeller as well. This engine was capable of taking this to a height of almost 9,500 meters, where the pilot was like, I can't survive it, the engine can definitely do it. Okay, here it's showing you the earlier days, first motorcycles in 1890, early days in Europe in 1900. So yeah, they have come a long way. Now here we've got the R32, one of the first few motorcycles. Now if you notice, they have resolved the issues which we saw on the earlier motorcycle, where boxer engine, better breathing, of course. They're using a shaft drive, so heavier but lesser maintenance, and it looks gorgeous. They made quite a few of these as well. Here are some of the parts of the same. Now they were not able to make cars, so what they did was they licensed and purchased stuff from Austin. So this is actually an Austin car. This is an indicator. You press a button and it pops out. Okay, what BMW did was it gave all 4 wheels brakes, which was not the case with the Austin vehicle. And then being an engine manufacturer, they refined the engine as well. So that's the case with this particular car. So we move away from here, and I think we have to head there. Now the interesting bit is that BMW's logo has the blue and the white, which is actually the color of the Bavaria flag. Yeah, but they've inverted the colors because obviously it's a national treasure, the flag. So they could not use the exact same color, so they inverted it. So if you see, blue is there on BMW on one side and B is written there. B for blue, B for BMW, and W for white, and BMW white. So that's sort of the relevance of stuff. Now we're going to get inside here where we see the motorcycle. So this was one of the first non-British motorcycles to actually win the Isle of Man. And you know what? This is made of magnesium for lighter weight. They shaved 4.5 kgs from this mudguard itself. But you know, magnesium also catches fire very quickly. So that was the risk, but nobody cared about safety back in the day. Here you can see it's a 1938 BMW RS 255. And this is the chassis which is made of magnesium of that car, I believe. And this is the 2005 BMW M6. This one happens to be a 2013 BMW i3. Again, it's all about lightweight, reducing weight, but that's what's needed for racing as well as for motorsports. And this is one of the most expensive cars from BMW right in front. Okay, it says CS228H. I honestly don't even recollect why it's so expensive, but you can see the wheels and you can see it says super leggera for super light, and you've got these straps on the hood. It says BMW Group Classic. Okay, just look at it, it's unbelievable. The interior is also very nice. I got a chance to see the interior earlier in the day, and it's very aerodynamic shaped. Thing is, they actually scrubbed off the paint from this car. You know why? To decrease the weight, and it won a lot of races as well. Here is the motorcycle section, and that is actually a motorcycle with that aerodynamic shape to win races. We'll go down and talk a bit more about that. There is the racing suit, and they were in Formula 1 also, but they didn't do well at all. The cars were very fast though in terms of top speed. That is Nick Heidfeld's racing suit with his helmet. That is the BMW Sauber car hanging this time. That time we had V12s, and the BMW V12 used to scream like mad. It was absolutely insane. I think this is another Formula car, not Formula 1 of course. Yeah, here you can see the wing. There was no DRS back in the day. Yeah, no DRS. So here is an engine display. This is a V10 engine. Yeah, V10 engine, 3000 cc, says BMW Power. And they've displayed all the engines in this row. So that's kind of interesting. Obviously, BMW started off as an engine manufacturer, then it went to aircrafts, then into motorcycles. Cars, so they were never interested in, they came much later in cars. Now you can see this is the BMW V12 engine. Oh my god, this looks so crazy awesome. 580 PS of power, 670 Newton meters of torque. It actually went into the LMR model from 1999. Yeah, a lot of engines which is going to keep proceeding further ahead. I'm sure you guys want to see more cars than engines, but just look at the craftsmanship. It's absolutely insane. The history of BMW, crazy. They're celebrating 50 years of M this year, of course. So a lot of focus on that as well. Now this is an aircraft engine. I mean, looking at the size, you can definitely realize the same. And as you continue, another one of those. Yep. Oh my god, look at this. Look at those cylinders and oh, this is absolutely crazy. So it actually went into this sort of a boat. Yeah, so a lot of details have been written here. So it's very easy. Once you come to this particular place, you can really enjoy seeing the history of BMW, specifically if you are a BMW fan. Which brings me to the M colors. Why are the M colors like they are? The first color, which is blue, is definitely because blue is BMW's color, yeah, on the logo. Then there is purple, which is a mix of blue and red. And red is obviously racing colors. So that's how it is actually done and made. So where do we head from here? Okay, we go down now. Oh, what a place. I only hoped it was more organized like how BMW hasn't managed, but Mercedes definitely has. Now we'll do a quick sneak peek from here. It says 50 years of BMW M. You know what? This is actually the path through which they drive the cars. So it's a bit of a challenge. And there, guess which car? That is the M3. That is the M1. That is another M3. That is the BMW Roadster. That is an art car. What exactly is an art car? Well, basically that racer wanted to make himself stand out from the crowd. So he got this crazy paint job done. You can see the spoiler and the wheels. I'll come closer to that. Which brings me to one of the most interesting bits. 1970s is when BMW actually decided that, okay, enough is enough. We need to streamline our models. And that's when the 3, 5, 6 and 7 came along. So right ahead you can see 7 series. Okay, You can see there are wipers on the headlights. This is the 6 series, that is the 5 series, and last and the lowest is the 3 series. Why is the 3 series the lowest? Because that's the order 3, 5, 6, 7. Now obviously there's 1, 2 as well, and 4 series too. So that's kind of cool, but which brings me to the 3 series lineup. So this is the predecessor of the 3 series, the BMW 1600, and then this is the first generation of the 3 series. There was a convertible version which you can see right here. Now someone actually wanted a touring version, but BMW did not want to make one, so that guy actually went and made it himself, because obviously he was aware how all this happens. And when someone at the plant saw it, the manager, he's like, sounds interesting, we will make it for everybody. So that's how this particular touring model was born. Then there is the next generation of the 3 series. Now I'm a little surprised that they have all the generations, but they missed out on the last 2 generations of the 3 series. So we have not got the 3 series after the E90 here. Beautiful looks in yellow, kind of reminds me of the Octavia RS. Very well maintained cars, and this is obviously the touring. Where is the latest 3 series and the last generation? That is also missing, so there's some empty here. They did not think that they'll be able to put so many 3 series here. That's why the latest models are actually missing. That's kind of disappointing. Which brings me to the badges which BMW cars have, and they have put all the badges here, right from 318D, GT, X5, M, and all the nomenclatures which they use. And that guy is trying to peep inside the car and see, because this car actually has a fax machine. It has almost everything. This is a 7 series which has been crazily customized, so this is all about BMW individual right there. It looks crazy from the top. Let me try and get to the bottom of things. So moving forward, we are going to go down and try to get a glimpse of more things. What is here? Some of the parts of this museum are actually closed right now under renovation, which is a bit disappointing. Okay, here you can actually experience that thing. This is an ad of an M5. Yeah, that's an ad of an M5. So this shot is actually being taken from a BMW M5. It's an absolute crazy ad which BMW had made. Okay, that moment when you realize it is actually the M5 which is shooting. Come on, flip the camera. And yeah, there he's actually removing the camera. How cool is that? The ads are just crazy. So just a lot of advertisements, and also this is like an ad room to show some cool advertisements from BMW. And I just hope nothing gets scanned right now. Let's get inside this room, which is all about racing. That is the motorsport bike, the S1000RR. Okay, this actually one Dakar bike, another Dakar bike. Now the cool thing about it, it doesn't have navigation. The wheel has been set with the navigation, so as you move, this thing moves, the navigation paper keeps moving. How freaking cool is this? Insane, right? And other racing bikes. So there was this racing concept where you had a sidecar, so 2 people who used to race. So the person who was actually guiding you on the other side would be either on top of this guy or will be hanging outside. I am not kidding. Okay, here the guy actually sits on the engine. Very risky stuff. People did not value their life back in the day. More racing stuff. In fact, like I was telling you here, either he's on top like this or he's hanging like that. Insane. So a lot more motorcycles from BMW. So earlier ones were a little bit more safer, and then that one was like ridiculous. And you can see this particular motorcycle here. So this has been completely covered. The guy who used to race to put a top speed record, he did I think 280 kilometers per hour on this bike, and his record stayed there for almost 14 years. You can see his helmet was also aerodynamic, and when he used to ride now, he used to wear this tail thingy just for better aerodynamic efficiency, and they've won so many awards for this. So I'm just going to show you from here. What can we see? That's another section of BMW's Motorsport division. It says Bavarian Motor Works. Yeah, that name came much later. Earlier BMW did not use that name. So huge history for BMW as well. And they've come a long way from where they were earlier in terms of doing, aircraft engines. And then Nuren is chilling out, having some fun, talking, using her watch. You can use the phone. It's not a crime. Anyways, coming back down here, I think this is the most interesting section for me personally. Before that, we will get into this room, which actually shows you the way the clay modeling is done. So right here, okay, we've got a 3 series, full clay modeling done on the 3 series, and I'm sure it's not so interesting for you guys. There's the S1000RR clay modeling done. Interior of a 5 series, which you can see right there. The interesting bit is that multiple teams actually work on a car at a single time, and then there's a competition and they present it to the management, and then the management decides which one actually goes into production. So that's a competitive spirit, definitely very interesting. Let's get inside here. Again, we've got more engines, and we can see more interesting bit right there. I honestly love the V10 engine which was there in the M5. That was absolutely crazy. Here it is showing you how the electric motor is working. Okay, interesting, right? So what is this? Yeah, it's a combustion engine, but it's got battery tech, I believe. Yeah, comfort mode, e-drive. Yes, there is battery tech. So let's get outside. Okay, the new 4-cylinder engine. Yeah, BMW is mainly known for its 4-cylinder engines. You know why? Because of the way their buildings are made. But in all honesty, I feel that their 6-cylinder engines are even better, and their 8 cylinders are even better. And unfortunately, 10 is out, 12 cylinders are also going to go out. Finally, we come to the place you guys are the most waiting for, BMW M. 50 years of BMW M, and it starts right here. Okay, where does it start? Doesn't seem to start. So we go down there. Okay, there is the 2002 turbo. They've actually made tracks so that it's easy for you to go through this place. So yeah, 2002 turbo. This is a 1974 model, 2000 cc, had a top speed of 211 kilometers per hour, which was a lot in those days. It has around 200 horsepower. Okay, very well maintained cars. And there again we have the 3-liter CSL. Again, extremely sexy looking. Look at those wheels, look at those tires. Says 3-liter CSL right there. The attention to detail is absolutely crazy. Why are you tailgating me? I don't know what's wrong with her. ADAS is not working. Okay, let's get out from here. I like how they tell me where to go, otherwise I would have got lost. Work in progress. This is not from BMW. I am pretty sure about that. 50 years, Jahre means years in German, which actually brings me to this other section where I actually thought for a moment, and I'm not kidding, okay, that is the M5, and I'm right, that is the BMW M5. Before that, let's get inside here. Now, this actually happens to be the BMW Turbo. You might be thinking that they are different colors. Actually, you might be thinking it's the same color because of the light. No, these are different colors. This was just done so that it was easier to see the car. 2 BMW logos just to get it in line with the BMW M1. You got quad exhaust, so Faisal Khan's fingers of truth will always be scared of these exhausts. Yeah, quad exhaust there, looks absolutely beautiful. Engine is right here. You can see this has been done for better aerodynamic efficiency. Yeah, this is where the engine is, air goes from here, and this door has to be lifted up. It's very heavy. There are a lot of buttons and stuff there. There's obviously an ashtray, which is the most important thing for people in those days. Beautiful looking wheels, and it looks absolutely stunning. Okay, it had ABS back in the day. Okay, and the car would not start if you had not worn your seat belts. Pop out lights. The bumper was made of foam, so that for better safety and security. Again, this was for the one of the races, the Mille Miglia. Okay, this is actually the Roadster. It's a special BMW, and interior looks quite nice. That gear lever has an ergonomic disaster happening there because it's so freaking low. How do you change gears? And nobody got a head back in the day, so there are no headrests. The visor is like really small, but the hood is humongous. Look at the size of the hood, and then this sort of kidney grill treatment still there. Round lights, wheels look quite nice. They've got multiple motorcycles from BMW. Like we all know, BMW is like started off as a motorcycle brand itself. And what a beautiful looking CSL, CSI actually, 1971 BMW 3-liter CSI. Okay, it has a 3-liter engine, and it can go up to 20 kilometers per hour, which doesn't sound like much today, but honestly it was huge back in the day. What an exceptional condition. I love the paint job here. Looks quite nice, and there is the real exhaust. Yeah, BMW doesn't do fake exhaust, but it has started now with the new BMW X1, which doesn't have visible exhaust. And till the last generation of the X1, proper exhausts were given, so that was a cool thing. Which brings me to the old BMW M5 right in front. Look at this car. Okay, says M5 here. Dual exhaust right there. Fingers of truth will stay away from such things. It's a beautiful looking car. That antenna actually comes out from there, which you've seen in the Hyundai Accent. Wheels look quite nice. It's a beautiful looking machine. There's the 5 Series. Okay, similar generation. It has wipers. Wipers are placed here. Can you please leave me alone for 5 minutes? Stop following me. It says M5 there. Beautiful dual lights, look quite nice. What a lovely looking car. Let's quietly look into the interior. Yeah, I think I'll have to get hold of one. This is of course the M3, again very old generation. The wheels back in the day were really sexy. Tire size is 225, 45, 16. So you see the size is actually not that big. It's a lovely looking car, especially in this red paint shade. Says M3 right here from the side. This is actually a two-door model with seats at the rear, and stuff was very boxy back in the day. There's a spoiler, of course, which is very important, which brings me to the BMW M1. It kind of looks like a Lambo, right? Because I think it was made in collaboration with Lambo. Lambo's designer worked on it. That's the reason it looks like that. Now, the thing is, it has pop-up lights because US regulations state that the light has to be, bigger than the indicator, and they could not fit the headlights here, so they put pop-out lights there. They made only 399 units, so it could not be homologated. They needed 400 units to homologate. That's the reason this car had its own Pro Series for racing. I don't know, these are like electric vehicle type wheels. These are vents there, and the engine is placed here. It has a big boot comparatively for a car which is meant purely for racing. You've got dual exhaust there, and you've got two BMW logos, one here and one there. The M1 looks absolutely scintillating, and it's a model from the 1970s. So interior, we'll have a quick glance. Can't really see much on the inside, but it has only one wiper. That's weight saving. That is the antenna, no shark fin antenna back in the day. And it has a 3.5 litre 6-cylinder engine, which used to produce somewhere around 277 horsepower with a top speed of 262 kilometers per hour, which quickly brings me to this Chintu Mintu room, because this is where the BMW Isetta is standing. The Isetta is not actually a BMW car. They got bankrupt sort of in 1950s. So they went to an Italian company which had collaborated with an aircraft company. That Italian company was actually making refrigerators. That's why you notice that hinge and everything is very similar to a refrigerator. So this is from where this car actually comes. So when you try to avoid a pothole at the front, it won't work, because at the rear the tires are placed in a different position altogether. Look at that. Yeah, it has got two wheels at the rear as well, so it's 4 wheels. It's a rear engine, it's a rear wheel drive 250cc motorcycle engine. You did not require a driving license to drive it. A motorcycle license would suffice. Storage space is here. Kidnappings have actually happened, not kidnappings, they have actually illegally transported people by putting them somewhere here, one person at a time. It happened with 9 people who were transported. That is space for keeping kids. You can quickly see the interior as well. So when you open the door, which opens from the front, the steering also moves along, the instrument cluster also moves along, and this also opens, emergency exit that is. Okay, BMW's guide was telling me that people actually got into relationships because of this car, because they sat so close now, they fell in love. Okay, that's actually true. I'm not even making it up, honestly. It's also known as the bubble car. So BMW bought the license and the tooling of this car, and they started making this car on their own. And then, this sold in good numbers, 160,000 units, kind of brought them out of bankruptcy. And the shareholders are actually signed with Daimler-Benz to take over BMW. But, this car kind of helped them survive on their own. This is the BMW 2002 T1. Okay, look at it. Okay, kind of look like the Opel Kadett which Richard Hammond has. It's actually the TI. So there you can see steel wheels, and what is that treatment? It looks kind of cute and nice. Such amazing cars. It's unbelievable the kind of cars BMW has made over the years. So let's do one thing. Let's go and look at a couple of concept cars which are there on the right. Before that, I'll quickly show you the BMW Roadster as well. So this is, of course, the BMW. Come on, guys, guess. This is obviously the 3 Series. You can see that. Okay, beautiful looking in orange. This is actually the GTS, the M3 GTS. Oh my God, I've had a ride in this car. It's absolute maddening, because that V8 engine is crazy with 450 horsepower. It can go to a top speed of 305 kilometers per hour. You've got real exhaust here, a big fat wing as well, which brings me to the BMW Roadster, which again has got quad exhaust, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, and you can see the interior looks quite nice. In fact, look at that. The instrument cluster is a very un-BMW-like thing. Doesn't actually think, I don't think it belongs to BMW. It's that, I would say, basic sort of in appearance. 250 kilometers per hour was the top speed of this vehicle. Looks kind of cute. You've got headlight washers. You've got headlight washers or wipers in the older cars, which brings me to this particular section right in front with 3 BMW designs which pay homage to older BMWs. So the first one is the M1 homage, okay. Second one is, this one is the 3-liter CSL. So this was made in 2008. Look at it, it pays homage to the M1, which was made in 1978. The wheels are kind of out of the world. I don't even think this car is a working production model or has interiors. That's why they have tinted everything so crazily. and obviously it's got two BMW logos. Yes, it will remind you of the BMW i8, and mirror is like very chintu mintu. I don't even know how they work around that. This color scheme is absolutely unbelievable. Car looks very sharp. Kidney grille has the right size. It's not too big, and you can see this thing extends all the way. That's also crazy. This though is too futuristic. It doesn't even have mirrors. Look at that interior. Absolute crazy interior. In fact, let me show you from the side. Kind of has over the top interiors. So a joystick or something of that sort. I have no clue. They've finished the wheels in sort of orange treatment, which kind of looks nice. Now I'll do one thing. I'll show you this. I'll show you these cars from the top. But we are done. 90% of the museum tour is over. I've shown you all the cars. Let me know in the comment section below which is the car you like the most. For me, honestly, seeing that M5, the older generation, I was like, I want to drive that. The BMW Turbo was nice. The BMW M1 was really nice as well. And the Isetta, of course, but it doesn't have true BMW genes or DNA. And there you see, these cars look even better when you keep going upwards. Yeah, that's the top view. And since I've been tailgated since like a few hours right now, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That's the like button. And also subscribe to the channel. तुम्हें प्रॉब्लम क्या पीछे क्यों पड़ी मेरे? Bye.